Do you think the allegation here is fair, that these mixers have become kind of dangerous?
Yeah, I would say to a large extent what we've seen over the many years I've been in the crypto space is that the majority of the funds that goes into mixers do originate for largely criminal activity. So to that extent, it's true. It of course has like a lot of other purposes you can use a mixer for, which is perfectly viable. But as the entire purpose of a mixer is anonymity, it's hard for them to KYC their customers and avoid criminal activity to go through them.
And so, Michael, administration officials have described Tornado Cash as the go-to mixer for criminals. Does the data that you have support that?
So it supports that North Korea have been, North Korea is known to be one of the biggest problems in the crypto space in terms of organized crime and sanction evasion. So they would do different hacks, stolen billions of dollars of crypto over the years, and their go-to mixer was Tornado Cash. If you look at ransomware, that's traditionally not been using Tornado Cash. It's like other mixers will be used for ransomware laundering, but it's typically not Tornado Cash that's been involved with those.
Can you paint the bigger picture for us? How bad has cybercrime actually been this year?
So cybercrime has been in decline. So like last year, for example, crypto in general transaction volume grew 5 times over a year. Cybercrime doubled. It means that you are now moving from percentages to basis points in counting criminal activity in the crypto space. At the same time, the numbers are really big. And like just as an example of it, just this year, we've seen a new kind of hacks, bridges between different blockchains getting hacked, and more than $2 billion have been stolen in those. And that's largely been North Korean hackers that's been behind that. So clearly a lot of bad things are happening, and it's big, but in relatively form compared to the rest of activity in crypto, it's really, really small.
And Michael, this has been such a fascinating story to watch, because just a few months ago, Tornado Cash founders, at least one of them, told Bloomberg News that actually because it's smart contract based, it's decided by pre-written codes, you can't enforce sanctions against it. Obviously, we know that the Treasury Department disagrees, but for developers that are out there now writing and developing code, I mean, how can they make sure that what they're creating complies with sanctions?
We actually have an oracle, as an OFAC sanction oracle on the blockchain that you can write into your smart contract, and then you are, well, sanction compliance in the sense that you check for all the addresses that's on OFAC. And all the transactions that OFAC would capture. However, that's not the full picture of it. You also need to check for anything else that could be related to that. And yes, then you probably need to put other measures in place.
And to sort of an existential topic about, it feels like a lot of these hacks are happening on cross-blockchain bridges. And I'm wondering what about bridges specifically makes them vulnerable?
So a bridge is basically a place where you buffer or store funds when you move them between different blockchains. So I might want to buy wrapped Bitcoin in the RAND projects. And to do that, I deposit Bitcoin into a wallet. That's basically a hot wallet sitting in a distributed system on the internet. And then I get something else on the other side. But now they can sit like billions of dollars in a wallet. And that, of course, makes it a honeypot. And then I would say, when I've been reading through the different white papers for those wallets, typically it's been a very healthy design and something that would be extremely hard to break into. But last year, we saw also a huge growth in crypto, and everyone wanted to be first to market. So sometimes the implementations and the actual like basic security around servers and other things that was running these hot wallets have been less good. And that's been exploited mainly by North Korea.